Just Cuz fans, that's right, Just Cuz. We're cooking. 4:30 is the time right now. We're gonna go hot and fast on the toughest thing to cook on any smoker. A brisket, baby. We're gonna get this thing done in 4 to 5 hours. Stay tuned, I'll show you how to do it. First thing you wanna do is you wanna start off with a nice brisket. This is a 14.5 pound one. I got the cardboard down here just so I don't get blood everywhere. But I like to look for a nice hang in the brisket. See how much that hangs over? I'm gonna pick it up. Let's see if I can better view over here. How much that lip hangs over. It's gonna be a good brisket. Got a good marbling in it. It's got a nice, good size flat. I'm gonna trim it off here in a minute. I'm gonna trim all this off. This chunk of fat here. A lot of this on the bottom. I'm probably gonna leave about a 1/2 inch on the bottom because I'm gonna go hot and fast with this one. There's also a nice seal here in the middle between the flat and the point. All this fat's got to come off here. And you will see I'll take a lot of that fat out too. Here is the trim brisket. You can see I trimmed a lot of that fat off. You can see this all the way down here. It's pretty trimmed. That's what we trimmed off of it, that giant mess of crap. And you get about a 1/2 inch to an inch in some spots there. It's a little thick, that'll be alright. I always cut this angle here because you can see the grain of the brisket flows this way. Got a little deep there, a little chunk, but grain's flowing this way, so you want to cut this way. So I always cut that nip off so I remember where I need to cut. Now, competition, I would cut this way more aggressively. I would do a lot more. You can see this thing's marbled really well. It's really good marbling on this brisket. So that's step 2. Step 3, injected. As you can tell, there's all kinds of juice in there now. This thing is juicy and injected. I filled this up to about here, 2 cups worth. It's a beef base injection with some soy, some Worcestershire. I might have said that word right. A little cayenne, a little salt, a little pepper. You can find that basic beef injection recipe anywhere. Again, competition, I'm doing something different, but for just a regular brisket, there it is. You want it to look like that when you're done. So there's number 3. So you guys will have this down here in no time. Okie doke, I just rubbed it down. This is my base. They don't pay me at all, but they're friends of mine, Jason and Megan Day. Smoky, Kansas City. It's probably the best rub you can get, in my opinion. As far as all-purpose rubs go, it's fantastic. So you can see I've rubbed it down. It's got 2 or 3 different layers on it, but Smoky KC is my base. That's really what gives it that nice red color you see. So I'm just going to let this sit at room temp for a while the smoker comes up to temp. And once the smoker's at temp, then I'll throw this on there. This is the basket I'll be using. It is made by Hunsaker Drums. It is their Vortex basket with heat shield on it. I'm demoing this. Really like it. You put your stuff in here. It's a hot and fast cook. It's a great hot and fast basket. Probably the best one on the market, in my opinion. I have another basket I use for low and slow, but if I'm doing hot and fast, it's in this thing right here. What you do is you put your charcoal in this, you get it lit, pour it on top just like you would a regular drum basket, or you could light it on the bottom. Then once you get it going, obviously in the drum, you set this diffuser plate, which I still got to clean, on it, and that circulates the air throughout the drum. Unbelievable product, works great. You'll see the end result. We're going to light up the smoker now. I like to use these little lighter cubes. A lot of people don't use them, but I do. I like them. They're great. Let's do a little rain in here. I got that filled up about 3/4 full, as you can tell. These things are great. I just do it right over the fire because I'm going to light it anyway. Throw it on there. Wait till it's lit. There we go. You can see it there. Now I just take this and I set it right on top of it. That's it. Walk away. This would be what I would be calling engulfed. Yeah, so I'm going to take it out. Just kind of set it down here in the grass for now. Take this out. Set it to the side. You can see my basket in there ready. That wood in there is pecan. That's all I cook with. In my opinion, it's the best. Throw that in there. Grab your Vortex thing. From the Hunsaker basket. Goes right in that hole. Set it in there. If you look at that, see that? You can almost see the smoke kind of circulating in a pattern there. That's what it does. Put your grate back in. Now, of course, everybody should know if you watch any of my stuff, I cheat. I use a temp controller, so I'm gonna throw my temp controller here on the back and plug it up here in a second and get this fire to the temp I want it. That's pretty much it. Not a whole lot to it. Alright, so I got that open. My ball valve here. Got my temp controller on it. It's plugged in. Turn it on. It starts blowing smoke. You'll see that temp gauge start climbing. There it goes. Yeah. Just settle in here. Let's set it to the temp I want it. Means we're going hot and fast. Let's go hot. And let's go damn fast. Alright, 340, because 350 is when you start burning sugar. So you got it set before that, you'll be alright. We have reached temp. So we're going to go ahead and throw that bad boy on there. If you want to know what kind of smoke you're supposed to have, it's that thin blue stuff. So let's go ahead and get that bad boy in there. Alright, she's in there. I had to turn off the old controller because that's just smart. And now I'm going to get this temp probe, which I already had run through the hole here on my smoker. I threw it in the middle just because I'm going to need it later anyway. So go ahead and close this up now. This is basically like a Hunsaker clone drum. If you've noticed, I just set it up for my competition needs, so it's not much different. You just come back here and turn your thing back on. Temp's going to climb right back up to where it's supposed to. Just very, very quickly. Alright, we're going to let that sit. Alright, it's about 165, so I'm going to wrap this. Get these thrown back on. And once you get her wrapped back up, go ahead and put your temp probe back in the flat. Best place you can kind of find to put it. Go ahead and get your temp gauge turned back on. See if an idea if it's in the same spot or not. Yep, that's right where I had it. It was 166, 165. We took it off, so we'll let that go and we'll check her back on it in a couple hours. All right, brisket is done. This one temped out about 204 or so, which isn't terrible. I already separated the point off of it. You can tell. Easy way to tell if you ain't got a temp probe is just kind of stick it in there. If it feels like it's going in like hot butter, like this one is here, like I said, it's no effort, zero effort. You know it's done. So there's my notch. You remember the notch? Look at that. I got one hand. I don't even have a hand on that. I'm using the other for my phone, obviously. So it's just slicing beautifully. Look at that. Just look at that. Good smoke ring. That's it. Total time was 4.5 hours. That was it. All the way done at 8 o'clock. Hot and fast. Wrapped at 165, which is about 2 hours, and then 2.5. And then left it back in after I wrapped it for about 2 hours, and she's done. Look at that. Look at that brisket, man. It's beautiful. Look at that. Look at that thing, man. Look at that. That's a gorgeous brisket. There it is, all sliced up. Look at this piece here. Look at that. Get that fold. Look at that. That's how you can tell if one's done or not. Take it, fold it over. If it doesn't break, which this one didn't, you cooked it perfect. Not overdone, nothing. Quick and simple. Now the point I left done, you can, if you'd like, you can cut that up into 1-inch cubes and resauce it and throw it back on the smoker for about 20 minutes. That's how you do burn-ins, basically. You know, quick burn-ins. So that's your quick tutorial. Finished. Look at that brisket. Now, excuse me, I'm gonna enjoy it. All right, y'all have a good night.